Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be showing you how I made this beautiful onesie for my baby for Black History Month. So I'm going to be starting out with these 5 rolls of vinyl, first by cutting them to the appropriate sizes for the project. So I have 5, as I said, different vinyls, 4 solid colors, and 1 pattern. The 4 colors are black, red, green, and yellow. All are found in the pattern, and all also go with the colors of Black History Month, and the African American flag. The pattern, as you'll see, is a pretty popular pattern in Black culture, and I thought it was perfect for the main pattern of this design. I just really love it. I used it on a shirt for myself too. It's a really great pattern. All of these vinyl or heat transfer vinyls, I'm gonna say HTV, but they're all Siser brand. That is my preferred brand of heat transfer vinyl. I think it is really strong, sturdy, easy to work with. So I am now putting all of the pieces onto my standard grip mat. Very, very important. You want to make sure that you are putting your heat transfer vinyl with the shiny side down. Okay, the shiny side goes onto the mat because it's very important the way you cut heat transfer vinyl, um, so that your protective plastic is not cut when you are cutting it on your Cricut. Anyway, I am laying down all of my vinyl onto my standard grip mat, and I'm using the Brayer tool to help me get out any air bubbles to make sure that it is flat on my standard grip mat. Alright, so now that I finished prepping my mat, I can get started with cutting everything out on my Cricut. So as you can see, I was very, um, I guess, particular about where I put all of my vinyl pieces. I separated them each out onto 5 different mats, technically on Cricut Design Space by color, but I put them all on one mat just so that I can kind of make it a little bit easier for myself. Some people like to do all one color, one mat, even if they're working with multiple colors, just because they rather just cut it all in one shot. Personally, I think it's fine to take it out, put it back in, so that I can avoid confusion with the different colors. So that's what I like to do. So yeah, I am just going to keep doing that same process, until all of my mats have been cut. So yeah, just bear with me. That's what we're doing right now. Also, can we have a little commotion for the nails, because the nails are Black History Month and Valentine's Day themed. Okay. Like, this was February, so I had to be on brand, on theme. Anyway, once I finish cutting everything, I can go ahead and put away the Cricut and my computer. And I'm going to start weeding out all of the negative space from the design. So I start with the smallest one first because that's super easy. And then I just go from bottom to top with this. This was pretty easy to weed overall, which I really appreciated. Heat transfer vinyl generally is easy to weed, but this design, which I did find on Design Space, was pretty easy. Um, I did, however, realize I made a mistake with the red vinyl. I placed it incorrectly when I first put it into Cricut Design Space, so I had to recut that part. So that's what you're seeing right here. Um, mistakes happen, even if you try to be meticulous, mistakes are going to happen. That's all part of the craft and all part of art. So it's okay. And it just helps you to kind of look out for those things in the future. And it was pretty fast. So now I am weeding that part out. Um, and once I finish that, then I can move on to the next pieces. But yeah, like I said, I really like the Siser brand because it is very easy to work with and it adheres well to the fabrics. And I also like their colors and patterns, as you can see. So this is the brand that I like to stick with. So I am just going to finish weeding this last part, the black piece, and then once that's done, then I can move on to the next part. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and start putting the HTV onto my cutesy little onesie. As I mentioned before, this is a Gerber onesie that I got from their website. I really like Gerber onesies just because one, it's super easy to work with, and two, they don't get too small too fast. Anyway, I got all the lint off of the onesie, and while I am letting my heat press, my mini press, warm up, I'm just, uh, making it look, I don't know, cute. I don't know. And I also have a little mat under that as well. So I am removing all of the HTV from my standard grip mat so I can put that away. And now I'm going in with my mini press to get any wrinkles out of my onesie and make sure my surface is nice and flat and ready to add my vinyl. So I'm going to start with the largest piece first, the foundation for the design. This is my patterned vinyl. So we're starting with that, trying to make sure it's centered, and then I'm using my mini press to press it on, making sure I get all parts of the design and let it cool a little bit. And then I am going to carefully peel off the adhesive layer. A little bit of it wasn't fully on there, so I had to do it again. Um, and again, you want to carefully remove this because you don't want your design to lift. So don't be too overzealous and like rip it off. Be careful. And also, I'm going to be saving that piece for when I go over the whole design again. So now I'm going to add the other layers of the colors. I ended up cutting the red piece into, uh, I think, 3 pieces just because I felt like it wasn't really like laying properly and having like the proper like spacing between the other layer. Anyway, I cut that one up just so it can lay a little nicer. Now I'm adding the third layer, the black layer, or I guess the fourth. And then the last piece is going to be the green once I can center this black piece. And the green was easiest. Well, the green and the yellow were the easiest. So now I'm going to go back and put that other piece on just because I need to protect the already pressed parts with the pattern. And again, just going over the whole thing with my mini press. And you can see, not real time, but like I'm taking my time with it. I tried to press for like 15 to 20 seconds overall, maybe more, honestly. And again, carefully pulling off that protective plastic from all parts of my design. And I'm going to add my last piece, my little scripted part. I am Black History in the Making. And again, I'm going to cover the rest of it with that other protective plastic piece just to make sure that I am protecting the whole design. I don't want to accidentally like scorch it. So once I put that piece on there, I'm going to cover the whole thing again. I wasn't sure where I wanted to put it at first, which is why it's taken me a minute. And I kind of moved it to the side for a bit, but I decided right under is the best spot. So again, I'm covering the whole design over again, and I'm going to use my mini press um, to press this last piece onto my onesie. With this, I was a little bit more just like stationary. I didn't really move it around too much until the end. Just kind of going over it one more time to cement everything onto the onesie. Try to be thorough, you know. So once I finish, I can let it cool and then carefully pull off the protective plastic. And it is like, it's looking so gorgeous. And again, just being thorough, I like to cover with Teflon sheet and go over it one more time, prevent any lifting. And there it is. This came out really beautiful. I was so happy to find this on Cricut Design Space and make it my own with these colors. I put it on my baby and he looked great. The outfit is popping and he's Black History in the Making. Thanks for watching.